Hello, this is Dr. Robinson, and this is the video introduction to Chapter 2, How to Calculate Present Values. So to introduce this topic, this concept, I want to begin with something that you are familiar with and probably use on a daily basis, and that is a checking account. So let's suppose that you were to place $100 in a checking account. So this is the time here, and this is the amount in the account, and we'll say that's time period 0. We're just starting, and we've got $100 in it. $100 in a checking account today is worth $100. We could pull out $100 and use it. So if you had, for some reason, were in the business of buying and selling checking accounts, and someone said, I have a checking account, I'll sign it over to you, the current balance is $100, you would be willing to pay $100 for that, because you could immediately turn it around and make $100 with that money. So that concept is pretty straightforward. Where things get interesting now is, let's suppose that we have a checking account, and let's just change this scenario so that it's not $100. There's no account in it now, but 1 year from now, a $110 deposit will be made into that checking account. So you've got someone offering the account, and they say, well, I'll sell you this account, there's no money in it now, but I'll put $110 in a year. So the natural question to ask is, if you were to purchase this account, what amount of money would be reasonable to pay to purchase this checking account? And that's an interesting question. And so if you think through logically, what might happen is you're going to pay up front some amount of money now. And let's imagine that that money, let's say that the offer is for $100. So you'll pay $100 now and then get $110 later. So we can write this as a negative $100. That's money out of your pocket. $110 is coming in later because of the checking account. But where's that $100 going to come from? It could come out of your pocket, but let's have you borrow the money. So we're going to get a loan, and we have good credit, and we have a nice bank that we work with, and the banker is willing to give us a 5% rate on a personal loan. Now that's much lower than you could probably get in practice, but let's just do that for simplicity. So I'm going to take out a loan from the bank. That means I get $100 in my pocket right now, and if the bank charges me a 5% interest rate over 1 year, now there's some complexity with interest rates, but let's think the simplest possible case, where 5% over a year means at the end of the year you owe 5% more money. So for $100, that would mean you would owe $105. So I pay $100, I get $105. Then if we sum those cash flows, right, I have $100 coming from my loan, I have $100 going out to pay my friend. 105 is what I will ultimately pay in 1 year to the bank. And 110 is what I'll get in the surprise deposit, getting $5. So if this is the transaction, we would get, for no money up front, other than uncovering our credit a little bit, we would get $5 risk-free in a year. Naturally, that means that the correct price for a checking account, paying $110 in 1 year, is not $100. If I could get $5 free by buying this checking account, then someone else would be happy to, say, pay $101 and get $5 at the end. So they pay $1 and get $5 at the end. I mean, that's a pretty good deal. So the correct price for this checking account is something bigger than 100 or 101. So then the question is, what is the right price? And the right price, in general, is going to be the price that makes both of these numbers 0. And the idea is, yes, I'm getting more money, right? I'm getting $110 in the future than what I put in, whatever that number is, but it's not so much more that I can make free money by borrowing from somewhere else. So there's this concept of the market rate of interest, and that market rate of interest will define the price that a checking account paying money in 1 year would be worth, because it's a comparable security, and you can create free money essentially if the price isn't right. So it's this concept that money today and money tomorrow are worth a different amount, and they're different exactly by the current market rate of interest that defines the time value of money. So when we talk about the present value of a cash flow, which is what we'll be covering, what we're really talking about is the market rate of interest that prevents money in the future from being worth too little or too much.